Time to flesh out history from, because they're bringing us back to the Stone Age. Here's a movie called The Secret of Roan Inish. Bobby Hemmett was talking about, he's very hit and miss with the legends, but he loves all these movies and authors. So here's a movie of someone, there's an Irish legend, and he likes to take it back to the black. But then there's these Selkies, the seal woman, right? There we go. Doesn't Lilith kind of remind you of that? But also listen to this and just look up the word Selkie. But what pisses me off is what it's all going to boil down to is this is ancient Icelandic folklore, Faroic, Irish, Scottish. These are Eskimos, okay? That they're saying that they wore a seal skin, and if the male stole the seal skin from the woman, they could be a wife, and they sometimes have children. Blah 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 blah. Okay, it's nothing but Eskimo people. It's nothing but Chinese people. It's nothing but the slanty-eyed people. Let's get a grip, people. Stop believing in garbage like fairy tales, and it's time to unwind these fairy tales because it's stupid, because it's still being perpetuated, this fantasy bullshit. And therefore, it's actually causing them to treat the Asiatic races. There's three: Mongol, Negroid, Caucasoid. They're just promoting these things about not being human and so on. Look, you take the Tarahumara Indians of Mexico. They got a slower heart rate than other people. So there are certain differences that we need to accept, and there are certain things that we need to leave. Pick up the science that they fucking did in the 70s. What happened to the Ascent of Man? What happened to that guy? How come he died? The Ascent of Man series. Because of religion, because of this kind of garbage, and which is tied in with also, whatism. I mean, you have to, this is the difference between being an infant and being an adult, is you can take things poetically, but then you don't glob onto it and take it literally. Pretend that you're listening to your grandfather who speaks like another language, and you have to take what he says with a grain of salt. Have you ever heard of a grain of salt, people? Now, so that means that the abstract way, that means that you can understand poetry and art. But see, these mythologies, really, some people really believe, oh yeah, there are mermaids out there, but they're actually, seal people. Look, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out these are the Eskimos that somehow were up there, because this comes from up north. This is before they even discovered the Eskimo. This is before 1930, people. This is way before, hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So that's what they're calling these things, and that's the Eskimos. Jesus, because who ate seals back then? Who would have had a seal coat but an Eskimo? Jesus.